Hi, my name is Renata Zilli and I am a researcher at ECIPE. And I'm here today to tell you that all Europe's eyes should be on Mexico, because on October 1st, Mexico will have a new government and Dr. Claudia Sheinbaum will become the first female president. This is a major achievement for Mexico because it is the result of a shift in domestic politics where strengthening women's rights has become a key priority. Now, what to expect? Claudia Sheinbaum, the former mayor of Mexico City, won the elections in June with more than 36 million votes, a bit more than the entire population of Austria, Croatia, Greece, and Sweden combined. She represents the continuity of her predecessor, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, AMLO, and because of this, we won't expect much deviation from a very nationalist economic project. But whether she will copy-paste AMLO or follow a different path is yet to be seen. Sheinbaum is a skilled politician, and I'm sure she's very aware that much of the power vested in her is part of AMLO's legacy. And here lies the greatest challenge and uniqueness of this transition of power. Because even though she represents continuity, there hasn't been any outgoing president in Mexico's modern history with that much power such as AMLO. For this reason, it doesn't make much sense for Sheinbaum to deviate from her predecessor, at least at this time. She has repeatedly said that she represents the second floor of the fourth transformation, the name that AMLO gave to his state-led project. Now that Morena, Sheinbaum's party, has become the strongest political force, one of the largest challenges for her will be to tame domestic forces that were compressed under AMLO's political figure, which will undoubtedly seek to find their own way to power. On the international front, Sheinbaum has conveyed that Mexico will be more active in international environmental conferences. As an energy scientist, we should expect Sheinbaum to show a stronger commitment in this area. In other issues, however, I don't see her aligning much with Europe's foreign policy, especially towards Ukraine. And equally, I don't see a smooth trajectory in the modernization process of EU-Mexico FTA, which is waiting to be ratified by both partners. Mainly because in the past weeks, Mexico has implemented a series of constitutional reforms which have yet to prove compatible with Mexico's international commitments, such as what was signed and agreed in the EU-Mexico FTA, but also with the USMCA, the United States, Mexico and Canada Agreement, which will be revised in 2026. I think there's little awareness in Brussels of Mexico's recent economic transformation and how it has become a key engine in North American supply chains and hence the 12th largest economy in the world. Remember that a key motivation for the EU to sign an FTA with Mexico in the late 90s was Mexico's joining NAFTA. European companies and investors were dissatisfied with receiving less favorable treatment than American companies and therefore sought to engage in reciprocal trade with Mexico. Now, with a new agreement in place, the USMCA, the EU needs to look at the latest trade and economic developments in North America, but more precisely in Mexico. Just because, like before, there's a major opportunity for the EU and Mexico to remain competitive and update their future of the relationship. But to do so, Europe needs to start looking at Mexico as part of a broader transatlantic agenda. These are some of the arguments I put forward in my latest blog, Mexico, the Missing Piece in the EU Transatlantic Outlook, published by ECIPE, which I kindly encourage you to read.